Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Friday Show. We are going to discuss, good morning, Jen. Well, we're going to discuss teaching a dog how to come. And it is a hot topic because I think this is one of the most frustrating things about having a dog that they won't listen. People get really, really frustrated and you take it personal and you feel like the dog is just giving the finger, and sometimes they are. But we're going to talk today about what you can do to make it more successful, how you train through expectation, and how you really train them to come when called. Of course, if you have any questions during this show, just drop them in the comments and I'll answer them as we go along. Pretty simple. It's not going to be a very long show, but it's a super important topic. The first thing to think about when teaching a dog to come is you have to teach them that skill. So often we just assume that a dog knows how to walk on a leash, or that they better come when called, or they better just go in their kennel and be quiet. But you have to think about it from their point of view. They have no idea what your expectation is. And so teaching them and guiding them what your expectation is, and then rewarding that is the key to a healthy relationship between you and your dog. The first thing to know is that they just don't naturally do it, and it takes a long time because they're still a puppy brain. And so you're asking a lot for them to give up something that they are enjoying doing, or that they want to do, or their nose is to the ground, and of course they don't want to come inside. So you have to do training exercises, number one. So what does a training exercise look like? Hey, like really for a solid recall, it could take the dog to be 1 or 2 years old. I need you to understand that. You cannot be going around expecting a young puppy to always come when they're called. Like, that is just not realistic, okay? So don't set yourself up for unrealistic expectations, and don't set your puppy up for frustration and not understanding what you want. So we're going to go through a few things to keep in mind. But the number one thing is you have to train them and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. And do not set them up to fail. What do I mean by that? I will never ask my puppy to come if they have the option not to do it. So I'm really careful to make sure that I'm not going to ask them to recall if I can't make sure that we're going to recall 100%. Well, how the heck do you do that, Jeanette? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. A long lead training leash. You can get them 15 feet, 30 feet, 50 feet. I would suggest the longer the better, because the younger they are, you don't have to let the lead go all the way out. But the older they get, remember the 3 Ds of training: distance, duration, and distraction. And we're going to use all 3 of those to really proof our puppy into coming when they are called. I will never ask a puppy or a new dog I got to come when recalled unless they are connected to this long lead. I just set up training sessions because I have to train the expectation and show them what is required when I call them to come. So thinking of the 3 Ds: distance, duration, distraction. The younger they are, not as far away, not big distractions, and the duration in between calling them to come may not be as long, right? So I want to do short, fun training sessions. So this is what it would look like. I'd hook my dog to the long lead. I'd go to the backyard or in the front room the first time, or in the kitchen, around the house, and let them get distracted. I want them to actually forget that they are connected to the leash, okay? I want them to get their nose on the ground or to find a toy and be distracted. We can only proof if we have distance, duration, distraction. We have to practice, and no matter what's going on, you will come when you are called. So hook the leash to the dog, let them go, let them get distracted. Then I'm going to recall. And guess what? They cannot fail. They cannot fail because they are connected to the long lead, and I'm going to reel them in like a fish. And it has to be 100% positive every single time, because I am reinforcing the idea that every time I call you, it will be a puppy party. Like, come to mama, I will give you the best treat, I will give you the best rubs and loves. It will be a puppy party, okay? So let the puppy go. Come, use their name, like, come Ryder, yes, come on, come, however you want to say it. And I'm pulling them in as their Spud. Thanks, Spud. I love you. There's Spud. We're heading to Alabama here in 2 days. Don't knock my stuff over. Watch your tail. There you go. I'm going to say, come, 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 come. And I'm going to reel her in, and I'm rewarding the whole time she's coming toward me. Yes, yes, come, come, come. When they get to me, puppy party and reward. Puppy party and reward. And then guess what? I'm not going to contain it. I'm not going to keep them. I'm going to give them the freedom to decide to go back out and explore and play and do whatever. Go smell the leaves. Go put your teeth on the toy over there, whatever. Like, go do your own thing. And I'm going to wait different durations. I'm not going to always do it 30 seconds or 1 minute in between. Always vary your distance, duration, distraction. Let them go. Guess what? Come on, let's go. Come, come, come. Like, I'm making it a game. Come, come, come. Pull, 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 pull. I'm reeling in the fish, right? They do not have the option to fail. They do not have the option not to listen to me. And it will be 100% of the time positive. This is why we get it so wrong. We expect a young puppy to come 100% of the time. And then guess what? When we do, we take them and we put them inside, or we put them in their kennel. There's a negative consequence to it, right? Or we're frustrated because you didn't listen. So when you come to me, it's actually a negative because I'm frustrated by you, and they know that. So that wasn't very fun. Like, why the heck do I want to come to you after all? Like, you're going to put me in the kennel, or you're going to make me go inside and I'm having fun outside, or you're going to be upset with me and I'm going to feel that. So, hey, actually, I don't know if I want to come when I'm called. So check that and make sure, no matter what, every time you ask them to come, it is 100% positive reward, okay? But it will get to the point where there will be negative consequences, but you do it enough and you practice enough that it just, you're laying that foundation of obedience, whether you like it or not. But that will come later. I need to have a really, really solid 100% positive. You cannot fail. I will never, if I let my puppy outside and they're not on a long lead, I'm not going to call them to come inside. Because even if I have one fail, they have the option one time to not listen to me and ignore me. I'm set back now at my training. So I won't even ask them to come. I will do something else. I'll get a toy. I'll be like, let's play fetch. And I'll start throwing a toy. I'll sit down on the ground and I found, meal on the ground. I found something really interesting here. I don't even need to call them. Just start looking at the ground like you found something interesting. And they'll be like, wait, what? Oh, what did you find? And come on over. And I won't just grab them up and run in. I'll sit there and I'll interact with them for a minute. And then I'll just quietly, discreetly pick them up and let's go inside. They didn't even see it coming, right? Like, they didn't even see it coming. So I would practice this even several times a day. Like, let's just go do 3 fun recalls. Let's go do 5. Don't do it over and over and over and over again. That's not that fun anymore. And what you're going to start to see is the minute you say come, they're going to be like, whoa, puppy party and a little piece of hot dog. I mean, it has to be high value treat here. Like, bring out the stops. If you're just training a puppy, they'll remember that your piece of hot dog can be tiny, like smaller than a tip of a finger, because they don't know any better and we don't want to have an upset stomach. But this is a life-saving command. This is necessary that dogs recall when you tell them to come to you. So again, you're going to go out, hook them to the leash, and practice recall. Now, as they get bigger and as they're fully vaccinated, remember, we're going to think about distance, duration, and distraction. So we're not going to spend all of our time recalling in the backyard and then expect them to go to the dog beach and recall. I mean, come on, you guys. That doesn't even make sense. We're going to go to the dog beach and we're going to practice recall. Like, sorry, buddy, today we're training. It will be fun and you'll let them go, but you will not let them fail. You're going to practice and proof and proof and proof over and over and over again until you get a very reliable dog on recall. Everybody wants that. I want that. You want that. For the sake of the dog's safety, they need to have that. But just keep those things in mind, that you are positive every single time they come. Don't make it a big deal like, oh, gotcha. And then, be frustrated. Be low key about it. Be low key like, all right, well, let's just pick you up here. Let's go inside. No intensity. It's not a big deal, because otherwise then it makes it a big deal. And let's be real. Hey, puppy's favorite game is what? What is a puppy's favorite game? Somebody drop the answer in the comment box. Tell me a puppy's favorite game. What do they love to play? Good morning, Jean. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Kiana. What is a puppy's favorite game to play? Good morning, Sarah. So nice to see you guys this morning. I'm waiting. A puppy's favorite game. They play with their litter mates from the time they start getting up on their feet. Besides mouthing and practicing growling, they love, there we go, Becky, thank you, chase and keep away. That is a puppy's most favorite game. So from their point of view, you're out there, you're frustrated, the puppy won't come inside, so what do? You're going to chase the puppy and catch it. Yeah, don't do that. You're playing their favorite game. And then us dumb humans are like, oh, this dog knows exactly that I need it to come in, and it's doing it intentionally. And then you take it personally and you think you have a bad dog. Let me get this straight for you right now. You literally initiated and engaging and playing their favorite damn game. Chase me. It's so much fun. They're so excited that you're actually chasing them. And if you let them, you chase them and then you turn around and run the other way, they're going to chase you. Like, they love this game. This is why kids are running from them, incite this playful game of chase. And it's, again, frustrating because as humans, we're sitting there saying, my son's telling her not to, and he's even screaming. He's trying to run from her. Hello, your son screaming and running from a puppy is literally telling the puppy, game on, let's go. And if I can bite you in the butt or grab you at the leg or the foot, even better, it makes it more fun. So if you're not trying to actually play chase with your dog, which I would never, ever recommend to set up that kind of relationship with them, because that's not a good idea. Don't ever chase a puppy. Turn around, put your back to him, kneel down, look at the ground. Go grab a toy and start squeaking it. Have a tennis ball and start bouncing it on the ground or rolling it back and forth. Do something to get their attention discreetly and have them come to you on their own free will. Okay? Don't play chase. I'm sorry. Like, I try not to laugh. I'm going to be honest. When people like call me or text me or put in our private group, they're really frustrated because the dang dog is intentionally running from them when they try to get them from outside and it's snowing and it's cold or it's raining and you're out there chasing them and you're like, you have this bad dog and they did it intentionally. Like, humans take it so personal. Like, they know they need to come inside and they're running from me. No. You started their favorite game, period. This dog is not intentionally trying to piss you off. This dog you literally have started their favorite game, and they are so excited, actually, and they'll be crazy excited about it. And then you've got to figure that out. So change the conversation. Let's communicate correctly with your puppy. Don't chase a puppy, and don't call them to come and then do something negative initially. So you're going to get them to come to you in a different way. Don't use the emergency puppy recall either. That always has to be 100% positive, and then a release. When you're teaching come on your long lead, it's the same thing. You're going to come. You're going to reel them in like a fish. Huge puppy party, lots of love, excitement. Like, you want to be like the best gift ever. Like, you are the party person. Like, you want them to come to you. Give them a small, tiny, high value treat and then release and let them go again. Be like, I'm not trying to keep you, kid. Like, go do your thing. You got this. Go explore. Go play. Go do what you got to do. Let your nose take you wherever it needs to go. All right, I'm Jeanette with 40 Kennels. We're only healing hearts and changing lives through the power of a dog. But we are changing breeding from bad to badass and mentoring breeders from all over the United States to truly improve breeding, be the voice for their puppies in the placement, and learn how to effectively and correctly communicate with your puppy. My goal is that everybody has that relationship with their puppy that they've longed for and need and desire. So now you have the tools to teach your dog how to recall correctly. It's up to you to teach them through expectation, training, practice, proofing. So if you don't have a long lead, go get one now. Even if your dog is 1 or 2 and 3 and they can improve on their recall skills, you can do this at any age with any dog. And this truly is a life-saving command and will save you a lot of frustration and improve the quality of life with you and your dog. Have a great day.